Hey everyone, it's Tommy from TechNexus and thanks for joining me for today's video. If you're watching yesterday, you would have seen me bring an advanced steel file into Navisworks, and for the rest of the week we're going to have a look at things like clashing, timelining, quantifying the models, and maybe a little bit of animator as well. So with the Clash Detective, it's nothing really different to the normal Clash, except that you might end up with a few sort of clashes that really don't exist. So for things like these monowheel stanchions where they're coming through, it could be the way they were modeled, there might not be a hole in it. So again, this will come up as a clash. So I guess you'll just have to dig around through these clashes and maybe even look at the rules that say, items in the same layer possibly. So if we run that again, so we're still going to get that. So maybe they're in the same group. Okay, and then we run it. Okay, so we're still getting that. So I guess you just have to sort of go through and sort out what you want to clash against what. I would say most of these things like the stanchions, they're going to sort out on site anyway. And it's just a fabricated part. So again, I wouldn't worry about those. So you can go through and probably just say that they're resolved. You don't really care about those ones. But once we start drilling through and finding things here, so this is on the cage ladder. Again, I would probably say that these are not going to be clashes. That could be just a result of the curve or the way that part of the cage ladder is drawn. So there's a few in there. So then we've got some fasteners down here. So the nuts and bolts coming off the bottom of that stanchion. So again, I'd probably just ignore those. As we go through, it'll highlight a few more, and we got some more ladders. So really, at the end of the day, there really isn't anything in here to be too worried about in regards to the advanced steel clashing. So I'm just going to close this out just so we get the model back. I guess the most important thing for the clashing on here will be clashing against maybe a piping model, maybe an inventor model, and then that way, you are clashing something that's going to be installed with this skid, and then that way you can work out if your pipe is going to maybe run through a beam or run through these handrails, and then we can get all those clashes before anything happens out on site. So hopefully this gave you a bit of insight into Clash and an advanced steel within Navisworks. And tomorrow I'm going to go through the timeliner. I'm going to spend a little bit more on the timeliner tomorrow. It's just one of my sort of more favorite things inside Navisworks, and then that way we can actually build up sort of more of an animation and how this model is going to be built. And then I think once we get into the timeliner, I might jump over to the animator, animate a few things, and then show you about linking the animations to the timeliner. And then that way we can slowly build up the model and see things moving around and watch how they all get built and installed. And then that way we can get a better appreciation of the way the model was built. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Please do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon for all of my daily notifications of all of my videos. And I will see you tomorrow for some Navisworks timeliner. See you later.